first and be able to control that turn when he gets there. With Gunner out here on the outside, he's not going to be able to get there in time to mix it up being on the outside lane. So I think it's going to be a real tough one. Dylan's obviously got his work cut out for him here as he's cruising up there in between, trying to make enough room for himself, get there quick enough, and they're just about right on time. We want to be at about the apex when the 1 minute gun goes off, and they're right there.
They're right where they want to be. Gunner is a little bit early, but he will be way on the outside. He can scruff off time as he goes up the back chute. Once again, the U1, the Miss Homestreet, the U8, the Beacon Electric, the Flavor Pack, U40, and the 60. Beast Unleashed presents Miss Thriftway, Ronnie, Kelly, Eccles, O'Farrell. Up the backstretch, J. Michael Kelly sitting in lane number 1. Dylan Runney, the rookie out of Rumson, New Jersey, sitting in lane number 2. Then it is Dustin Eccles in the yellow and blue flavor. Kelly's going to be in 1. Runney's in 2. Gonna be Dustin Eccles on lane 3. The outside, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. Mark, it appears to be clean from here. And John Walters, you wanted to get Dustin Eccles down to the lower corner first. I think he got down there first. It is a legal start. Can he get the boat around the corner? J. Michael Kelly on the inside's got the lead coming off the pin, but he has got company with him. Runney's with him, and so is Dustin Eccles. We've got 3 boats sharing the same rooster tail, John.
Yeah, they look really good, and it's hard to tell one from the other right now. Thank goodness for those drones up there. We can actually see what's going on. But J. Michael's leading everybody down the back straightaway. He's running downwind right now, and by the time you get to the apex, you're going to see these guys getting on the foot pedals, trying to calm them down. Dustin's coming up hard on the outside, and when they come down the straightaway, they're going to have a pretty good breeze right in their face. These guys are going to be driving these boats with their feet, and their feet are on those wings.
Oh boy! Dustin Eccles hung the 40 for a long time. You mentioned the wind, John. Sorry to trample you, but I know you weren't looking at him, and he was just hanging it there on the front chute. Kelly down to the lower end of the race course, lap number 2. And Ronnie's going to come on. He's given ground on the outside. And boy, that we saw what happened there when he had to pull your foot. I'm sorry there a little bit, but Dustin Eccles having to pull his foot, that cost him a second place position. And now it is Dylan Runney trying to run down J. Michael Kelly on the outside.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And Justin is trying to make up ground here on that top end, and unfortunately he can't use the top end right now, especially coming down this straightaway with this wind in his face. And like I mentioned earlier there, when they got themselves in trouble, these guys are going to be driving the boats down this front straightaway with the front wing, and their feet are doing that. So they're hanging on to the steering wheel, and Dustin's coming off hard about halfway down, just about to the start finish line here. He's got so much ground to make up, I don't think there's a chance that he can catch up with the boys.
Now it's interesting now to see if Dylan Runney can make up ground on J. Michael Kelly. Kelly's going to come off the turn with the lead. He's got about 5-6 boat lengths. I'm not sure Dylan Runney can run him down. I know J. Michael Kelly's looking in that right side rear view mirror. He's got radio guys in his ears telling him right where Dylan Runney is, and it is almost a full rooster tail for JMK, but Runney doesn't want to go away, and he's willing to take a shot at J. Michael Kelly on this, the third of 3 times around the race course. Kelly took a hop up there at the top end of the race course, but he's able to settle it down, come off the pin clean. The checkered flag flies. J. Michael Kelly driving a Beacon Electric is going to come down and pick up an apparent 400 first place points. Good run for Dylan Runney in the U1, the Miss Homestreet. He will come across in second place, looking for Dustin Eccles. Here he comes. He will come down and pick up third place points in the Flavor Pack, the U40. And then it will be Gunner O'Farrell coming by in fourth place, driving the U60. The Beast Unleashed presents Miss Thriftway. John, we had a conversation in the last heat about, I was asking you about Andrew Tate when he hung the 91 for quite some time, and the fact that he was able to, and when he got it back down, it cost him his position on the race course. The others were gone. It
absolutely does. That can be a showstopper when you end up having to come out of the throttle like that. It may be a half a second, maybe even a whole second, but in that second, that boat out ahead of you is picking up big ground. I mean, these boats are moving 300 feet per second at the kinds of speeds that they're running here. So you come off the throttle for just a little bit, that turbine takes a little while to get spooled back up and get rolling again, and you lose some time, you lose a lot of ground. And in this short distances that you have to make it up here with this 2-mile race course, short straightaways, big wide turns, there just isn't enough time left.
So I can only imagine that, I mean, my heart got into my throat watching Dustin Eccles fly coming down the front straightaway. I can only imagine the team down there with what they have been through, with that boat, and the amount of work and the amount of times they have had to rebuild various portions of that boat. They just don't want to go down that road again. I'm sure their hearts were in their throat, but he was able to get it back 300 points, or excuse me, third place finish, 225 points. I think that will secure their position.